me and welcome me, Ms. Guillory, to
Good evening.
Good evening.
This is a graduation, right?
Yeah.
Let's try that again. Good evening.
Good evening.
I think we could do a little bit better. One more time, from your core. Good evening. Oh, we are ready. We are ready, but before we dive in, I have to thank Dr. Munoz. I have to thank the Board of Regents, Dr. Barksdale, my buddy, the reason why I'm standing here today, Dr. Dean Fields, and Provost Hugh Getz, and the distinguished faculty for entrusting me to deliver the commencement speech. For the disruptors, the movers and shakers, those dream chasers, you guys. Marilyn Davies, graduating class of 2008. Graduates, I am willing to bet that your tribe, your parents, your spouse, your significant other, your kids, your babysitter perhaps, their support played a critical role in the reason why you are here in this moment right now. And because of them and their sacrifices, you are able to finish UHD strong. And because of that, I think we should give them a round of applause, don't you think? Now, family and friends, this is your turn to make loud, obnoxious noise to express just how proud of the graduates that we are. Let's do it. Oh, yes. Graduates, you made it. Not only are you grads, but you are MBA grads. Those late nights, early mornings, all-nighters, those vacation days just so you can finish your case study, those days are behind you. You made it. And while you were ready to move to the next promotion, or you were getting ready to make your best move, which is going to be your next move, some of you are getting ready for the unimaginable. But before we go into all that, and while you're still excited, I have just a few questions for you. Are you ready? Are you sure? Are you guys ready? Yes. Okay. Now, what will you go and create? What imprint will you leave on the planet? What core competencies are you going to attach to your legacy? What are you going to do next? This is where you guys go, whoa! You guys. Yeah. All right. Maybe this will help. So if you were wondering who I am you. I too am graduating from moments of uncertainty, moments of doubt. Because the truth is, as I stand before you, in reality I stand with you. In this case, you guys are sitting. But 7 weeks ago, I transitioned away from corporate America into entrepreneurship to embark on a journey filled with infinite possibilities. So you can see we are one and then the same. This evening, I will share lessons with the hopes that something will break loose and ignite a fire inside of you and inspire you to launch out and follow your dreams. When I look around, I see diversity, I see different hues, I see people from different backgrounds. But yet, we are all indirectly and directly family. Hence, we all have Gator grit. Say Gator grit. Gator grit. Like we mean it. Gator grit. Gator grit. There we go. Now, the type of grit that I am referring to is because some of you are first-generation graduates. And what that means is that you have Gator grit, and what that means is that generational curses will die with your parents and your grandparents because you have birthed a generation of wealth and knowledge. When I look out, I see future CEOs, CFOs, I see entrepreneurs, provosts, deans, presidents, stay-at-home moms, you name it. Because of this UHD education and the inventions you will create, you will crack the codes on the many perils that are plaguing the world today. You all sit before us as thought leaders who will shift the way humanity interacts with each other all over the world. Now, in order for us to continue to shatter the glass ceiling and turn our vision into a reality, allow me a few moments to share a few powerful lessons I've learned along the way that I believe will help you unlock your greatness, unlock your personal power that dwells inside of you. See, I believe each of us and every one of us has an unlimited amount of personal power. This personal power is embedded in your DNA. It's in the fabric of your being. As I look out into this audience, each and every last one of you are filled with this said personal power. Many of you walked into the office this week with suits that were outfitted with vibranium. And all you had to do was activate this power. Some of you have your capes neatly tucked away in your secret compartment in your briefcase, your purse, and your messenger bag. But all you had to do is activate this said power. I can only imagine the sacrifices you made in order to secure your master's degree. But I want to remind you, you aren't your degree. You are so much more. It's not about what you do, but rather who you are that qualifies and determines the quality of your life. Now, the key to unlocking and activating this personal power that is within you, the true commitment is to bring your whole self everywhere, not just to work. You are the conduit of disruption. You can crack the code, but there is a trade-off. There's a trade-off. You must be willing and only willing to commit to bringing your whole self everywhere, not just to work. Now, what I mean is to take the mask off, to fire the representative, to show up boldly and embrace the things society has deemed uncool. As a former executive for a Fortune 500 company, I realized the thing that I had been hiding is the thing that activated my power. We are equipped to embrace the ability to share thoughts through our own lens, which puts us into position to lean in and take our rightful seat at the table. You see, my thing hidden in the closet was my sexual orientation, but the coveted closet isn't just exclusive to LGBTQ community. Your thing might be veteran status, your thing may be age, your thing might be mental health, your thing might be socioeconomic status. Those things will add a tremendous amount of value, pride, not just at work, but in your entire life. I challenge you to be progressive in thought. Knock down doors that were slammed in your face. Go deeper within yourself to go beyond the superficial. Show up at 100% everywhere. Leverage your experiences at UHD to create more diverse and inclusive environments in the workplace, in our community, and most importantly, around our dinner tables. My biggest lesson learned in this moment in my journey comes from my favorite Oscar Wilde quote. It says, "Be yourself. Everyone else is already taken." Any Michael Jordan fans in the building? We have 3. Okay. Before there was Kobe, before Curry, before King James, there was MJ. And I'd like to share a quote that he said that literally shifted my perspective about life's journey. I've missed more than 9,000 shots in my career. I've lost almost 300 games. I've been entrusted to take the game-winning shot and missed. I failed over and over and over again in my life. And that is why I succeeded. Halfway through 2017, I realized it was going to be a doozy. I often found myself saying, gosh, I need a win. I felt as though the year had chewed me up and spit me out, and it was only June. I was taking shot after shot after shot, but nothing was happening. Then it hit me. My inner voice whispered, you aren't holistically aligned. That meant I was taking shots, but in the back of my mind, I didn't believe that I could sit on Auntie O's couch. You might know her as Oprah Winfrey. I convinced myself that I wasn't dope enough to dance out on stage with Ellen on her talk show. In other words, I was operating from scarcity, from lack, and not abundance. Whoa. At that moment, I changed the narrative I was subconsciously telling myself. Now, I'm taking all the shots, baby. I'm taking all of them, just like you guys are. I visualized which dance move I would pull out of my sleeve as I'm on Ellen's show. I know which clever soundbite or tweetable moment I will share with Oprah as I sip on my stainless steel straw on Super Soul Sunday, as I share why I'm on a quest to transform the masses, to encourage them to bring their whole self everywhere, not just to work. Talking about it gives me goosebumps because I can see it all happening, and I can see it all happening for you, you, sir. Yes, I see it. Why? Because we're all going to commit to bringing our whole self everywhere. Life has prepared you for this moment. This is your story. You are writing history in real time. Your time is now. Right now, in this moment, you are positioned to embrace your power. It may take 9,000 shots, but just be willing to take them. Let me tell you about a shot I took. I called in a favor and it turned into favor. See, I called up my buddy, Dr. Barksdale, and I was rebranding my website, and I said, hey, Kevo, I need a testimony for my website. Can you help me out? And he said, sure, but I have a favor to ask of you. Would you be the commencement speaker for the upcoming graduation? This guy. So I immediately started to look around and I thought, okay, where's Ashton? I'm sure I'm being punked. He's gonna pop out of something somewhere. That's for my old school people who remember punk. My biggest lesson learned in this moment, when you are in alignment with your shots, opportunities will fall in your lap with grace and ease. Keep taking your shots. You have no idea where these shots will lead you. Now, some of you walked into this auditorium feeling some kind of way, perhaps. You thought you would have it all figured out in this very moment. You thought you would be on to the next rung on the corporate ladder. Your business would have grown exponentially. You've exhausted endless amounts of energy searching for the answers. But what if I told you the answers you are so desperately looking for are tucked away inside of you? And all you had to do was look within. The fire is in your belly. You've been ignoring it. What if I told you that's your purpose and your passion? Knocking. Open the door of your soul and your headache will disappear immediately because you've been ignoring that knock for so long it's turned into a migraine. Now this might cause for a pivot. It might cause for something that doesn't make any sense. That's fine. Do it. Say, do it.
Do it.
In the words of my advisor, you won't know unless you go. In this new way of being, as I unleash my personal power, I have discovered that when I find myself buried, I'm actually planted. When we uproot prematurely before harvest, we miss the mess in our message. Some of you have it figured out. You've already received your promotion and you're just waiting for the 2 weeks to pass so you can post your new title on LinkedIn. Woo-hoo! Congratulations. Congratulations. It's your responsibility as you blaze the trail forward to reach back. My motto for life is, why duplicate mediocrity when you can borrow genius? The lesson learned, you will never attract what you were supposed to until you literally let go. Let go of any preconceived notions you may have had about this day of what it would produce. And focus your energies on what you have to do and create for tomorrow. So before I leave, I want to share with you what I call the 12 steps to unleashing your personal power. Say personal power. Here we go. Number 1. Make moves as if it's happening. Start dressing for the promotion you want now, not your current job. Number 2, don't forget to tie loose ends. Your fortune, I guarantee you, is in the follow-up. Number 3, net worth over net work. Meaningful interactions will change your perspective. Number 4, declare greatness over your life. You will no longer have bad days, only bad moments. Number 5, start your day with a win by making your bed. It'll teach you unspeakable discipline. Number 6, only you can measure your grit. Say Gator grit. Gator. No, like you're getting an MBA today. Like it took Gator grit, right? So let's say Gator grit. Gator. There we go. Only you get to decide your path and what you will do next. Number 7, get some sleep, y'all. Stop grinding and be intentional with your work. What I found is when we set intentions and expectations with leadership in our family, we can dwell in the flow, in the zone, in the juju. Hence, we squash this whole "I'll sleep when I'm dead" mentality. The truth is, we need sleep to live. Khaliah, you need sleep to live. I tell myself. Number 8, do it afraid. Welcome fear with intention and release it with ease. Number 9, protect your creative space. This is a good one. Because everyone doesn't have the capacity to understand your greatness. Beware of who you allow to tap into that powerful space. Number 10, there is no such a thing as a missed opportunity. Number 11, trust your gut. It doesn't matter if you go left or right, trust the journey will lead you to exactly where you're supposed to be. It's an internal compass that never gets lost. It's like a broken clock that is right every second of the day. And number 12, step over your failures fast. Let me say that one again. Step over your failures fast. Because what's on the other side of that failure is a success story like no other. If you find yourself grieving a loss longer than a moment in time, you're creating a story. Move on. Now, MBA grads, on this day and in this moment, I want you to get comfortable being uncomfortable. So why not start now? Okay? You guys just say yes. I'm going to ask you a question, just say yes. Yes. Great. Okay. Repeat after me, and I want you to say it from your core and like as loud as you can, okay? All right. This is for the grads. You guys ready? Yes. I got one yes. So my one yes here, no, I'm just playing. All right, here we go. You ready? Yes. I am powerful. I am powerful. I am bold. I am bold. I am brave. I am brave. I am bold and brave. I am bold and brave. And I am so dope. Now, before I take my seat, I have to freeze this moment in time because you guys are smiling and you're ready to get this degree, so you go and get your nice dinner and everything else you have planned. But I want to unleash this personal power of the kid that's inside of me. Are you guys cool with commemorating your MBA program commencement and my first commencement speech? Are you guys okay with doing that with the little ussy? Stand to your feet. Everybody rise to your feet. Here we go. Everybody's got to stand up. Got a little confusion. So an ussy is all of us. A selfie would just be you, but an ussy is all of us because we have Gator grit. Say Gator grit. Gator grit. Okay, so I will shout loudly, or I'll do like this, 1, 2, 3, and I want us all to say Gator grit, okay? I'm gonna go back here. I'll be right back. So you guys have to turn around. Okay, we ready? Yeah. 1, 2, 3. Thank you. Now go and unleash your personal power.
So I finally figured out why I was so burdened. I was planted, so I feel a lot better about it.